Good day, everybody. Again, my name is Eric Laitland, and thank you for jumping into my most recent newsletter. This video is going to be talking about, as you can see on the screen, about geofencing, and hopefully if you read the description tag, you saw that as well. If you've never been on this video, I work in the digital marketing landscape, so I sit in the seat of helping businesses through Simplifi. I help with all types of digital advertising as well, and today's video is going to hone in on what I do through my seat that I have here at Simplifi. And a lot of the conversations that I have had over the years, before when I was buying into Simplifi, and now as I sit in this seat helping people with digital advertising through this platform, it's one of those things that geofencing is one of the big reasons why people use Simplifi. So what I'm going to do is dive into all topics around geofencing. We're going to talk about conversion zones, event targeting, addressable geofencing. So there's a lot of different use cases for geofencing. So we're going to get into some of these things, but for almost 20 years now, I've been working in digital marketing, helping agencies and businesses and marketers with advertising in this universe. And so when we look at, again, and I've talked about this in other videos, and you can link to it in the information below, but when we look at programmatic advertising, which is where this lives, it's the ability to impact your brand geographically on mobile devices through then connecting to connected TV and streaming audio. There's a lot of different use cases to be able to display your message, your advertising in front of people that, again, fit geographically where you want to do that. And so whether you're doing search, Google advertising, or social advertising, one of the big things that, again, when people look at Simplifi that we can bring to the table is targeting specifically where, again, your audience is. So geofencing is the ability to target ads location-based through the technology of the mobile device. So once you've picked out the area, you want to make sure that your ads are landing in front of those people that you want to target. And how is that done? The methodology that we have is that we can plot a target zone around any type of business, and so, or any type of location. And so the ability to do that is why people come to Simplifi to use it, because it's very specific and exact. We have the technology to make sure that the prerequisite targetable area is actually matching up with where you're placing the ads. So as you can see here, it's not just a straight radius. I've worked at other platforms, and there are many platforms that will say they do geofencing, but really it's just a radius around a certain area. That's not geofencing. Geofencing is specifically targeting an area and plotting that out and landing the ads in those areas, and that becomes very, very powerful when you look at, again, making sure that your ads are in front of the right types of people. And there are many benefits to doing geofencing. A lot of my clients are doing geofencing because it brings a specific use case and a specific way to reach your audience. One of the things that I really like to hone in on, and I've talked about it, is the ability to pinpoint that accuracy. We've been doing this since 2010, and it's really, really important that you're partnering with a technology platform that delivers on the results of what we talk about, right? So Simplifi has the technology, has the ability, and we can actually make sure that we're reporting back to you and measuring offline. So the goal of any advertising is to be able to land the message in front of your audience that you want to reach to, but then also make sure that it's impacting your business. We can do that. We can measure that foot traffic back to your physical location to say that we spent dollars to market in this area and we got people to your business, and we can show that footfall traffic through a conversion zone, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. The other thing that we want to look at with geofencing is that ability to target somebody after they've left a venue, right? So you may be able to reach that person in that venue, but that doesn't mean they're going to see your ads during that time. They're going to walk, they're going to go home, they're going to spend time outside of that business, and that's where your advertising is going to land. So that person's mobile device, they're going to be able to pick up and place ads in there. Once they go home, we can actually cross device target. So their connected TV, their desktops, their tablets, all that inventory, we can now start to push ads to those individuals after they've left the target zone that we want to first gather that information from. So that allows that ability for the message to hit home with those people that have been to the target area. So what are some ideal people that can use this, and what are some ideal targets? So really any brick and mortar business, if you're driving foot traffic to your business, those people can come from a lot of different areas. Auto dealers use this a lot to target competitors. Restaurants targeting other restaurants, right? Hospitality, retail. If you have a retail location, there's other types of places that you may want to place your ads. Travel is a big one, so targeting these different types of areas. We're going to talk a little bit about event targeting. So, these are different types of places that you can have your ads land. So at sports, concert halls, any of those. Political, this is a big political season. If you're watching this and it's 2024, it's a massive time in our society that advertising in the political arena is happening. And so being able to land your ads and track and monitor them, maybe on, political marches or where there's conventions going on, those are all things that are done through our messaging, and I've done them. It's fun. It's a really cool way to make sure that your message is reaching an audience that you want to. So, conversion zone. So the reason we're going to spend some time on this, it's important, again, to be able to evaluate marketing and see that it's working. And if we can target back to your business location and track that offline conversion, that's really, really powerful. So the way that this works is that we've targeted, a location. Let's say it's a competitor. That ad lands in that person. They go to the showroom. They see that your ad is hitting them, and they want to check out your business. They come to your business. We can now track that person walked in and that performed a lead, and then that's shown to you. So as people are seeing your ads in other places and then come to your brick and mortar location, we can track that and show those conversions to you. So it's a really powerful way to show return on your ad spend. So the way that this works is that we place that fence, we watch people come into that location, and then as they come to your location, we've set up another conversion point, and that's tracking that ability for that walk-in person to be dynamically tracked. So we're then showing that to you in your reporting. So here's some use cases for conversion tracking. So dealerships, as I mentioned, a lot of auto dealerships are tracking conversions, and they have multiple dealerships that they want to target. So this is just a simple viewpoint of 3 different target zones, and then we have the conversion zone. So if this is your dealership and people went to check out cars at other dealerships and then walked into your dealership, we can track that conversion point and show that the ads landed with people that are actually looking at your inventory. So event targeting. Let's spend some time talking about event targeting because it's a different way to look at ways to be able to reach your audience. So we know that events are happening across the country. It's sporting events, community events, all types of political events are going on in this year, and we can now target not only the venue but down to when people are there. So we can target by date and time and allow the ads to hit those areas and not waste dollars on when people are not, your target audience. So one of the things that we want to be able to do is get specific, not only geographically, but then timestamp it so they're reaching people that, again, you want to reach. So trade shows are another great example. So just talking about some of the different types of areas that we can target. A lot of the B2B customers and clients that I work with, they're at conferences and trade shows. We can now target ads in these environments to make sure that if you're making that initial investment to be there at a booth, if you're spending thousands of dollars to make sure that your business is represented there, it's critical that you're keeping that conversation going after you've left. So the ability to target this time and make sure that the ads are landing in front of those people after they've left the event is super, super important. And it makes sure that money spent on that trade show sponsorship and booth placement is going to help make sure that that's, again, reaching that individual after they've left the event. I sit in Philadelphia, and I've actually done a lot of sports event marketing. So targeting Eagles games or targeting any type of venue is really a great way to, if you're already advertising in that venue, it's really important to do it through a mobile spot as well. So concerts and radio remotes, parades, fundraisers, we talked about political. There's all types of ways to be able to use this type of advertising to reach individuals that are geographically at an event. And the way that it works is very, very simple. It's much like we had talked about. We want to set up that target zone around a stadium. This is down in Texas. And, this is one example of targeting a Cowboys game against the Bengals. So you can see that it's time-stamped with a specific date. And that's, again, understanding that there's probably other events that are going on here. But let's say you're only in advertising with the Cowboys during their home games. Maybe you're doing TV advertising and in-stadium advertising. You're trying to reach those football users. This is a great way to target people that are just at that event. There's other events, concerts, and other things that maybe not fit with your audience persona, and so it would not target those individuals. All right, and finally, addressable geofence. So this is precisely targeting homes and doing it on scale. So we a lot of times partner with people that are doing direct mail pieces, so we can target lots of homes. This is just a very simple example of targeting these green homes and not targeting their neighbors, right? So the ability to target specific addresses is really critical. So if we can target the individuals that we are already sending mailers to, if that's what you're engaged with, what more powerful way to then get the mailer and then also get it on your TVs, your laptops, your mobile devices. All those are areas that can be targeted within our addressable geofencing. So we can do this across lots of different locations, be very precise, scale it to a lot of addresses. We can do up to 1 million. So I've never had a campaign that large, but it's something that's capable within our platform. Again, you can still do footfall traffic, so we can see how many conversions we're getting out of it that are coming to your business. So again, really important to be able to show that return on your ad spend. So ideally, this is for clients who have your brick and mortars, and also those that may live outside of that. So anybody that's doing direct mail, political campaigns, restaurants and real estate, charities, all of these are different use cases. Anybody that's trying to target a group that has, and you have that address information, we can target. If you don't have that address information, one of the tools within our platform is the ability to target an audience based off of that's already ingested into our database. So what that means is that you don't have to have a list. If you don't, we can create one for you and help you to curate that list for us to be able to target it for you. But if you're already doing direct mail, all you have to do is give us those addresses and we can start delivering ads to those people. So as we've talked about, lots of different use cases, which I've already kind of gone into, but there's so much that's at our fingertips, whether it be for event targeting, geofence through competitors, addressable geofencing. There's so much information that's available in these different things that I can't cover it all. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and we can talk about how we can target people based off of the needs of your marketing message. So again, thank you for your time. And if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, email me, grab me on my socials, whatever it may be. But thank you for walking through this and spending some time with me. Have a blessed day.